There's the introduction.
So, should we jump into the gambling addiction, or do you want to move on past the gambling addiction?
Just because there's no money left in the account does not mean it's an addiction.
Okay, no problem.
There's the Visa card. So we wanted to get one thing out of the way really quick here. We're going to go straight into Week 1 NFL.
Yeah, as we talked about last week, we're going to do a couple games a week. This week we're going to do all 4 primetime games because that's easy. Yep. We're lazy. So here we go.
First primetime game is the Thursday nighter season opener. Bears-Packers. Bears at home. And based off of what we both came up with, I think we both chose the Bears to go over in this one.
Yeah, I'm going the Bears. I'm definitely going the Bears. I don't think Aaron Rodgers has any bounce-back seasons left. Maybe I'm wrong, but that ship seems like it's sailed.
Yeah, as we were seeing in some of the replays earlier this year, he looks just terrified of defenses collapsing. He's holding onto the ball way too long. And they're giving him only a 3-point spread here on Sports Interaction.
Yeah, Bears all the way.
Yeah. That's game 1. Pretty simple. Any predictions for the score? High scoring?
I don't think it can be high scoring. Let's go 17-11 for the Bears.
Okay. 21-7 for the Bears. Yeah. All right. Next primetime game is Steelers-Patriots. Patriots at home.
Against my better judgment, I'm going to pick the Steelers. I want the Patriots to do bad, even though I picked them to actually do good.
Yeah.
In our standings and our season walkthrough.
Yeah, being a Seahawks fan, you always want the Patriots to somehow suffer.
Being any other fan in the NFL, you want the Patriots to suffer.
I think the Patriots are going to win this game, and there's a 5.5 point spread here.
I'll take the Steelers 34-30.
34-30. Yeah, I'm going to take the Patriots at a 28-10. Just tear apart the Steelers.
Yeah, well, their defense has been good. That's the other thing, right?
Yep. 2 games down. Third game. New Orleans, Texans.
Taking the Saints.
You're going to take the Saints?
Yeah. I'm taking the Saints for sure. I have them winning the Super Bowl, right?
I think there's going to be a very surprising Texans win in this game. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a high scoring, both teams reaching the 30s. But I think the Texans are going to take it. Last second drive.
Wow.
That's the upset of the week for anyone paying attention right there.
That sounds like an upset of the week. Sports
Interaction has it listed as a 7-point spread. And I'm, choosing the 7-point underdogs. That's where I should even bet some money on it, too.
Should we be keeping track of this?
Do you want to keep track of this?
Well,
we got to keep score.
We got to keep score. So we both took the Bears.
Yeah.
You took the Pats.
Yeah.
I took the Steelers. You took the Texans. I'm taking the Saints.
Yep.
Game 4.
Broncos, Raiders.
I'm taking the Raiders.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Wow. This is better than our season walkthrough where we had everything the exact same until the final 2 rounds of the playoffs.
It's really hard to do a season walkthrough when you both have the exact same information available. You choose the exact same teams. It's very uninteresting to the many viewers we have.
See that? That's how you do your work. No tablet. Just write it down old school. Fuck trees.
He actually did do work for this one. Yeah, so the 7-point spread, I think that's the Giants and Cowboys also have a 7-point. Oh boy. Biggest spread right now. Seahawks over Bengals, 9.5 points.
We're favorites?
Yeah. Did you not think the Seahawks were going to beat the Bengals?
Set us up for failure.
I'm going to just put some money on the Bengals here.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Yeah. That's why I'm broke.
Feed the gambling addiction. That's a different kind of addiction.
And the Eagles, 9.5 points over the Redskins are another large spread there. Which, again, I believe that one too.
So, I don't even know how that works. If Seattle loses by 9 points and you've picked them, you still get money because they didn't, like, they're still under that number?
9.5.
Yeah, so say they lose by 9 points.
No. It's got to be 10.
Oh, it's got to be over that amount. They've got to lose by more than 9.5.
Or win.
Or just win.
By
9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just leave that one alone.
You don't think the Seahawks can pull out a lot of offense? Metcalf possibly not playing?
I don't think we have an option but to pull out a lot of offense, right?
What defense do we have?
Bobby Wagner.
Boom.
Oh. Clowney. Got my jersey on order already.
Oh, yeah? That's an interesting trade there.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Is he's just pass rusher, right? Like defensive line?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
Bring that shit up.
I will look for it. Clowney. Oh my god. Sign up for here. Sign up for here.
I was talking to a Bucks fan and an Eagles fan, and they were not happy that we got him. I think there was a chance that he was going to go to the Eagles as well, but Seattle scooped him up. So there you go.
I think he'll be a good fit in a defense that wants to play defense. I mean, Houston never seemed to have.
They had a good front seven.
Yeah.
I think. I remember the Seahawks always having problems playing against them because their offensive line was shit and they could rush the passer.
They're going to pay half of his salary for 2019.
Crazy.
And he's not taking a franchise tag. So that means we don't have control over him at the end of the season, but
Doesn't matter.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. What else, man? Did you have a good long weekend?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Did you have a good long weekend?
Yeah. Pretty uneventful, actually, which sucks, but
I noticed your jersey is still on from yesterday's game.
yeah, yesterday's game was fun. It's not as fun when you don't drink.
Are you saying that you have to drink to have fun at sporting events?
Yes. I'm an alcoholic.
You realize the name of our podcast is The Drunken Canadians and you went to a sporting event sober?
Gotta do it, man. Getting married?
No.
Need to get in shape.
Is this the wife's rule or your rule?
You can call me on.
Yeah, I'm calling you out.
We got right now. It's, you know, it's mine. No, it's hers.
Yeah.
Gotta look
She
good for
wants you to
wedding
walk
photos.
down the aisle, not shuffle.
Alright. It's a baggy jersey. It makes me look bad. There's still fucking waddling going on. Oh my god. What'd you think about the game?
I thought it was alright. He definitely seemed a little touch and go with the passes. The one deep ball didn't look like he had any pain with that, but he wasn't forcing anything. He was making simple plays just to try and get rid of it. Wasn't wanting to get hit.
I agree.
Say he threw for. Oh, the game apparently had 263 yards. So I'm gonna take out, I don't know, like 4 or 5 from Arbuckle's couple runs in there. So like 259 yards for Bo.
Yeah, I think that's the last time I checked the scoreboard. 259, 1 touchdown.
51 yard was the longest pass.
I mean, in the the fourth quarter, 5 minutes left, the guy dropped a wide open bomb, like 40 yards. Just dropped it. No one around him.
Yeah,
So
but you can't fix receivers as the quarterback.
No, but they seemed, and then to run out the game. Edmonton just could not stop the run. Could not stop the run on the last drive.
That was a really good run game.
Yeah. It's actually very good. Very good.
So just looking at Bo's stats here, his quarterback rating was the highest it's been all year. Yeah, I know he only played 2 games to start, but significantly higher. He went from a 78 to start the season and a loss, and then a win against BC with a 96 to a 109 here this weekend.
Interceptions in those first 2 games, so that's got to play a big factor in those, right?
Yeah, no interceptions, but only 1 touchdown pass. Same type of yardage here. 275, 250, 260. Completions, again, about the same. He's very consistent. So I guess if you remove those.
I think we got a chance of finishing top 3 in the West now again if he stays healthy. This second game against Edmonton will be a big one.
You were mentioning something about the crossover.
At the beginning of the year, I thought that Calgary would take a step back, finish in 4th, cross over to the East, and then since I'm just a homer, I figured they'd be the first team to make it to the Grey Cup after doing the crossover. But now that he's back, these 2 games, it was all these 2 games. If we lose to Edmonton and we go 6-5 and they go 7-5, I mean, I still think we're in tough. I don't think we catch Winnipeg. We're 1 game back of the Riders right now, but
Winnipeg just got hit with a suspension there.
Best player got suspended for using performance-enhancing drugs.
Was it performance enhancing?
It's a banned substance.
So you got to wonder if it was performance enhancing substance or just an enhancing substance.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Does that enhance you?
I mean, it does something.
Yeah, they didn't have Matt Nichols either.
No.
And Saskatchewan just barely squeaked out a win. Winnipeg is legit.
Yeah. Did you see what happened to the Argonauts there against the Tiger Cats?
I didn't.
They had a huge lead and blew it again. Going into the half, they were winning 24-11.
Wow. So the Ticats have the best record in the CFL.
9-2.
9-2.
Argonauts are 1-9.
I don't know. Does anyone even like CFL?
We like the CFL, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Out here on the ranch.
Out here on Dem Ranch.
Maybe that's what we should call the studio.
The ranch?
The ranch.
Yes, this is a very nice studio.
And we'll keep the horses forever. Say a legit miracle happens and people start watching this. And I mean
it is a legit miracle.
Wow. I still think we keep the horses and the 1 donkey.
We told them if we get money, we'll change the fucking background. We'll get nicer horses.
We'll buy a proper camera.
Maybe a microphone.
Do that. We don't really want them to hear us anyways, though, right? And nobody really looks good. I mean, we don't look good. Low quality, high quality is not going to make it any better for us.
No. I like the lower quality because it hides half the shit.
Yeah, because... Yeah.
After your weight loss challenge, though, we'll get a high quality camera.
Just aim it. Shoulders.
I'll be off camera.
Shoulders down.
I'll be off camera, and you'll be just...
Tarps off.
Yeah.
Shoulders down. And that'll be the video, and we'll just talk outside of the frame.
I'll be outside the frame. Yeah.
You realize
no one's going to listen to what we're saying.
Once I lose all the weight and I get married
Oh, it's coming right back on.
in Dominican, I will put on all the weight I lost before I make it back to Canada.
You're going to go over the weight limit for your flight back.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Oh, so is the wife.
What?
The new kid.
Oh. We're going to throw down on this podcast? The kid? Yeah. Well, that shouldn't happen. Right? Not.
It's coming right away.
So this will be one of my last episodes on the podcast. Apparently Dallas knows something I don't know.
I'll be here with an empty chair. He'll be there with a kid and a cat.
Some could fill in.
Do you really want one of the people to fill in?
Do we want?
We'll get a special guest to fill in.
Do we want special guests? Do you guys want off-campus stuff? Does anyone care for that?
We will be doing live podcasts if we ever make enough money to go to a sporting event.
What about really embarrassing ourselves and live streaming one of our ball hockey games? Like on a Saturday. Or like football. Just a bunch of us out there trash talking, just playing.
Oh yeah.
What's the worst thing that'll happen? No one will watch it, just like the podcast right now.
Watch a whole bunch of out of shape 20-year-olds run around.
I don't care, it's in shape.
That's, there's a shout out. First shout out.
First shout out.
We're never gonna hear the end of it now.
Garrett, if you actually watch this, you'll know to text me. This is how we'll know. We'll shout them out every episode. Now we'll know if they're watching. And not just like the first 3 minutes. Although all I could stand was the first 3 minutes. So
It's tough.
Well,
let's see what the CFL futures predictions are here.
oh, here we go. Back to gambling.
So, Saturday against the Eskimos, 1 point spread. Eskimo is the favorites by 1 point.
I think it's worse again.
Generally, I've seen Calgary always wins Labor Day, and Eskimo have a better chance of winning the next weekend. Which, I mean, is true of any team that plays back-to-back football games.
This is around the time of year that Edmonton decides to take a dive. So, Calgary's going to win again. Edmonton's going to, that'll be 3 losses in a row for them. And that'll be game, set, match. Then maybe they do the crossover. Unless they really bomb and PC catches them, which would be a joke.
Alright. Here's the odds to win the Super Bowl. The Saints are 4th place, tied with the Chiefs for...
Oh, wow. Look at that. Patriots. Best odds.
Well, if you look at our 2 brackets, my bracket has Kansas City and the Rams, and they're right here. And your bracket has
Kansas City and the Saints.
they had New England. Nope, Kansas City. Well, fuck the Patriots.
Are we allowed to swear on this thing?
Yeah. Why, you been holding back?
I try to watch my mouth a little bit. I think I've sworn a couple of times.
Seahawks are mid-range. Dolphins are bottom of the barrel.
I bought the new Madden.
Did you?
Yeah.
We're going to have to play that. We're going to play a game of Madden for you guys one time now.
Well, for the first little bit, we'll probably do a bunch of small, short podcasts like this, and then also, like, just random, just feelers. What people like. Like, people are gonna like all the stuff that has us not talking. So that'll be cool. That'll be super cool.
Do you believe Kyle Dubas when he says Marner is confident to be signed before training camp?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think there's a good chance of that?
They should sign him.
Well, I mean, not that they shouldn't sign him. But do you think he's going to get signed before training camps.
Close.
Yeah.
I think close. What about Kachuk?
I still think he's waiting. Like, I was talking to someone else about this, and they think, why wouldn't Marner be waiting for Kachuk to sign? Why wouldn't either of them be waiting for Braden Point to sign? Why does it all have to be right around Marner?
Well, Marner's worth the most, right?
Right.
So that would be why the other two would want to wait. You know what I mean?
Yep. But if he's worth the most, I think Kachuk could sign before him. I don't think he will.
Do you think he signs for 7?
I'm thinking he's going to do 4 at 8.5.
Do we have that?
Well, once we, get rid of some people, yeah.
Frolik's got to go.
Unfortunately.
Is that unfortunate?
Just trying to move his money is unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that's been the Flames thing. Overpay people. And then they get too old. So that's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think either team wants to lose. Like, I don't think the Leafs want to lose Marner, and I don't think the Flames can lose Kachuk.
No, we can't. We have to do everything we can to sign him. I'd rather lose Magipone than Kachuk.
Well, that's not even a loss. Take him and go.
Yeah.
As of right now, maybe this year he scores 30 goals. And I had to eat my words, which just makes for another entertaining podcast.
The crazy thing is, if this was happening next year, we'd have no issues. Frolik's gone.
Oh, next year it's going to be shitty again, right?
Oh, we've got tons of room next year. Like, Brody is done next year. Hamonic we have to re-sign next year. Anderson and Shillington next year. Jankowski next year. Frolik and Zarnik and Quine next year. Theoretically. And Talbot if he wants, if we decide he's staying.
Yeah, who knows? Who cares? Who cares? Just sign him. Make it happen.
Our current cap space is listed at 7.75.
So give it to him.
Give it all to him. What if they did like
Bridge.
7.5 for 1 year? Sign him next year when they have more money.
Do a bridge.
I think that's what these young guys are going for nowadays, is just shorter deals, because then when you reach that age 27, you're not stuck at that same rate that you were getting paid before.
Well, you had to perform though. You're betting on yourself in that situation.
Yeah, at 27 you have to sign show-me contracts, not bridge contracts.
Yeah, but I just worry that the Flames sign them too high. Then we got the big 3 contracts, long term, and we don't win a cup now.
Well, if we don't win it within the next 3 years, we're going back to rebuild, is what's going to happen.
I think we're going for like longest streak without a cup.
Oh, we're not going to get there. There's other people way ahead of us.
They'll win.
Let's see what people are making Canadian money. Holy fuck, never doing that again.
This is how much money I can't even dream about. I wouldn't make that much money in my life if I kept on working the way I am.
No.
So that's cool. Alright, you want to get out of here?
Might as well. It's late.
Leave the ranch?
We will leave the ranch.
Alright.
Gallop off into the sunset.
See you next week.